say who's more delusional, who's more insane.
No, what are you talking about?
He's like, why are people respecting my title?
So I gotta shoot Johnny Knoxville and
Curse
call
him.
a baby a cunt.
Christ almighty, like, did anyone even fucking graduate high school at this table?
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. It's been a bit of a layoff here. We had episode 300 last time, and we didn't record last week. I don't think we recorded the week before 300 either. So it's been a while since we've been sitting around this table, and people have been asking one question, Walt. What happened to Miss Gidim? And we have quite a get tonight. Because this fucking asshole, this dickhead who thinks he's so fucking hot, we barely were able to secure him to give us a follow-up. I'm not even kidding. You should see this jerk-off dismissing me at the counter as I'm like, hey, it's luster, right?
Oh, yeah. Tell him Steve Dave doesn't mean anything to get him anymore.
So he stepped on the stepping stone and he's moved on it to the next thing, is what you're saying.
He vaulted off it, man.
Really? Wow.
Why?
Bri was practically begging you
Yeah.
to stick around, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, if you give me 24-hour notice, Brian, maybe.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. You know, if you had given me 24 hours notice,
I don't need 24-hour notice. What the fuck are you talking about?
it's insane, right? That this fucking schmuck, who is under the employ of Walt, and are you hourly or salary?
Hourly.
All right, because of his salary, he could keep you here all night.
I mean, I gotta be honest. Our relationship has taken a turn for the worse, I believe. Tell me,
The first Gidim's hearing of it.
no, I don't think so. I think he's well aware. Q, what is your feelings? Has the relationship turned toxic when I'm intentionally throwing out things that he has written? Do not throw out just because I'm so mad at him.
I mean, if by toxic you mean hysterical, then yes.
That's what I've been forced to do. He's annoying me so much that I'm like, I see a piece of paper he writes, don't throw out, and I intentionally put it on top of the garbage so he knows I threw it out.
All right.
You don't even bury it. So
No.
he's like looking around. You're like, it's right there, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Pick it out of the garbage.
Yeah.
Go for
Take it out of the garbage you want to
I didn't realize he knew it until today, though, right?
Yeah, because I left a decoy, and it's somebody thought his plan would succeed.
This is the most retarded game of cat and mouse I've ever heard in my entire life.
Like, this guy's writing notes that will ensure that whatever it is will be thrown away.
Get him. How do you feel? Do you feel the relationship has taken a toxic turn?
It's
Starting to. Let's be honest.
it's growing pains, I would say.
Yeah.
You know,
Growing
just-
into what?
Just trying to mesh personalities.
Yeah, but it's
Or-
not his job to mesh with you. Like, he is seniority and he's your boss. It's your job to mesh with him.
And that's what I'm trying to learn. And it's
Then why are you
It's what?
setting up
It's
decoy
hard.
stuff?
Why is it so hard when I'm throwing shit out? I don't need you rolling your eyes and going, oh, why are you throwing that out? Oh, come on, don't throw that out. Oh, well, that's a perfectly good piece of plastic that we can use somehow, some way.
Oh, because he's a hoarder. That's
Yeah.
the problem. He's trying to hoard shit here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bizarre, like, emotional, like, roller coaster you're on as I'm throwing garbage out that doesn't need to be saved behind the counter.
Like, he has an emotional attachment to that piece of plastic that you could never possibly understand.
well, no, like a piece of plastic, we can use it to wrap a comic book in a large size comic book or something, which we have done.
Okay, so what about a photograph that has been sitting behind the counter for over a year that is to Mike, that Mike has left here. It's all dented up, and I throw it out, and you're like, that's Mike's! Don't throw that out.
It's
Reduced to tears.
He had you. It looked like you got glassy eyed as I was throwing things out over the weekend. That's why I was like. That's why I did a little. I was like, I'm throwing your shit out now. Just to,
He showed weakness.
I try to have maybe it's like it's where the computer sits, the top shelf. So it's maybe a foot deep by a foot and a half wide, and that's just where I like to put the stuff like my camera and
You threw your camera away?
no, throw my camera away. Like my camera, the battery charger for the batteries for the camera, the instruction manual for the battery charger for the camera, and that's the little spot.
You can say camera supplies.
Well, okay, camera supplies.
Well, actually, though, but why do you have to keep an instruction booklet for a camera charger on the counter?
It's a battery charger, so just so I know like what kind of batteries it can take and what kind of batteries it can't take.
So it lives perpetually up there, or just when you use it?
It's there in case I'm like, oh, can I
put
charge
it in your
these batteries?
wallet.
Or, I mean, the irony of him needing an instruction manual for photographic shit when he claims to have a photographic memory is not lost on me.
Also, I've never read. I
I
never
didn't
read
throw
the
that
manual.
out though.
No,
And I
you-
wasn't
no, you
going to
didn't.
throw it out. Why are you bringing? Why are you even bringing up the?
But I'm just saying. And then on this,
Did I ever once put my hands on that instruction manual? And
No, because it didn't have a note that said "Do not throw away" on it.
and you thought I was going to throw it out?
Yeah.
Did I throw it out?
No, you tucked it under the computer, so now I know where it is.
Oh yeah, but even that was a problem though. Like, well, that doesn't belong under there. As if now you're telling me where shit belongs. What are you laughing about?
Because he has that nervous laugh where he's constantly.
Right?
Yes.
Get him. Could you get unemployment yet from this place? Is that possible?
I want to cut to like 2-3 weeks when Walt's like throwing his driver's license away. Shit like that.
But and again, that's also where I keep like stuff that people have me put aside for them, like some reserve. They're not really reservists.
That's all interesting, but what what is it that made you so mad that you're like, I'm going to start throwing this shit away? Was it just the notes?
Because he kept rolling his eyes every time I threw something out, as if like I was
okay.
throwing out
Do
like
you do
treasure.
Yeah, because the stuff had been sitting there for a couple weeks now, so I was used to where it was. And this all started with
I'm throwing out garbage. I'm throwing out Rook stickers, and it's getting him
no,
upset.
I didn't care about the Rook stickers.
He's trying to play it cool now.
I don't care about the Rook stickers.
I'm throwing out literally garbage that there's no need for it. It has it helps us in no way. And you're rolling your eyes and doing the
Rook sticker, I guess.
It wasn't
Real passive aggressive type stuff.
staring at me and his face is getting redder.
Redder.
Well, no, this all started with I have a card reader for it's a camera supply. It's a card reader for the iFi card, and that disappeared.
So he threw your card reader
No,
away?
No, I'm definitely not
I
accusing him of
didn't
that.
throw it
No,
out.
no.
You're throwing away garbage. Why don't you
I'm
just
truly throwing away garbage.
this shit that you think is so important? Why don't you just take it, bring it to your house, like take Mike's pictures, all that stuff that you think
Did you ever
matters?
see his truck?
Yeah.
I would be.
There's no room, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it literally. I mean, it's a hoarder on wheels.
I've seen garbage trucks with.
Billies are moving into town like there's this shit.
Does
packed
your
up.
living space look like that?
Yeah.
Do you
I'm not-
ever wonder that maybe you need an intervention?
No, like I said, I'm not as bad as the people you normally see on shows like Quarters. They're like level 4 and level 5.
Okay.
I'm not that
What are you,
high.
level
I'm
one?
about level 1 or 2. I have about minor goat trails, they call them.
With the potential to become a level 3, 4.
No, that's like people who like go to the bathroom in buckets and there's dead animals throughout their house. Yeah, that's. They
He
keep
looks
old
down
food.
on them.
They keep old food.
This is not like the Joker's. I can see the faces behind there.
She's like, I'm not really Kev's cousin. I'll see you later.
So you could never see yourself reduced to doing number 1 or 2 in a bucket. No.
No, unless like maybe like
Because everyone else can see you reduced to it, so you might as well join the club.
like maybe after like something like Hurricane Sandy when we didn't have power or water for a week.
Okay.
If, like,
Well,
yeah,
everybody would be then.
yeah.
But never you like. If,
And at that point in time, I would go to the bathroom and just pour a bucket into the toilet and let it flush like that.
all right, I understand how the process works. I'm just saying, but could you ever see yourself getting to a point where you're like, I need to save this too?
No,
Okay.
no, not the Howard Hughes level. Yellow jars.
this too.
Yeah, it is getting a little bumpier, but then it smoothed out. It's bumpy on the weekend, smoothed out during the week. So it did have a. I don't know.
That was. I could explain that to you later because you didn't hear the one side of the conversation I was hearing. So.
Oh, is he talking about for taboo topics?
No.
This guy called up and he's like, I want this one issue of this comic. It's volume 1 and it's really expensive and I don't want to spend a lot of money. But he was also on like inside. It sounded like he was in a convertible with the hands free. So like it was tough to hear him, and then like you'd get that wind crack noise. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he goes, can I find it reprinted? So Walt told me where to find it reprinted. I looked it up, and where I found it was for $65, and he goes, it's like $100.
Oh my God, can't you tell us fucking with a little more brevity? Who gives a fuck about the finer details?
But it's the part of it. He was like, I really don't want to spend a lot of money, and Walt said it was $100. I found it for $65.
He starts from the beginning.
Maybe you didn't understand the first time. Well, let me ask you a question. If I can cut this off, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I would love to get we may need a little counseling.
Do you feel that once you put aside the accumulated trash and the weird, picadillos that he has, does he care about the job? Is he devoted to doing the right thing? Like, is he into the job?
Is he hopelessly devoted to you?
Or is he coming here and just like, is it just work?
Ooh.
Wow.
I think I would have to think he's devoted at this point. Yeah, I think my wife, like, I went home and I kind of like I had to talk it out because I was getting frustrated, and she told me, she was like, you took him on now, and you knew the issues that came with him.
As if he's like a retarded puppy.
And she was like, "You have to accept.
You gotta walk him.
You have to accept him for who he is, and utilize the things that he does well, and the things he doesn't do well. You don't put him in a position where he's doing things that he doesn't do well." And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But then when I walked away, I was like,
what does he does well?
And I'm like, well, I still don't know what to do.
In all fairness, get him. I guarantee he's had this same discussion with his wife about me.
Is it?
But it's on the upswing this week. Though.
Is it? Okay.
Because it's Friday.
Is there a celebrity draw to having get him here? Do people come in excited to see him, or is that the answer?
What would you say,
Yeah,
Gavin?
we've had one or two people.
Yeah, a couple of times people have been excited to see him. They've heard
Mostly
him.
because they think I'm Kevin or somebody else.
Okay.
All right. People have come in and they've recognized the voice from the podcast. And
Like, why is Kevin shitting in that paint can?
Oh boy.
He wears a cowboy hat. He gives it a little bit of flair. He's got a cowboy hat up there.
I like when he's playful. I really love having him around. But when he's in this like little bitchy mood, it's really tough to deal with.
He tucks his fucking shirt in so tight. I notice it every day. I'm like, what kind of person?
No, it's
Now it's not, because I have to tell him every day. I'm like, untuck your shirt. He tucks it in so tightly that like his gun hangs over it and shit. And I'm like, it's unsightly, bro. Like, and plus, who tucks their shirt in? Nobody. Why do you tuck it in? Is it like an OCD thing?
I always think it's when I was at the track, we had to tuck our uniforms in and wear belts. So that's just.
Here's a good question. Now, the sense coming out, do you ever wish that, like, did you ever say, did I make the right decision leaving the track?
Yeah, but I know I made the right decision.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Q, you're working miracles over here.
All I'm doing is asking questions, man. They're giving the answers.
They're asking the right questions.
That's all, man.
All those years of therapy really helped.
We work it out.
it,
We
man.
don't give up.
Yeah.
That's one thing we'll never do.
Yeah.
We'll never give up.
It's about listening
It
to
is.
what your partner wants. Get him.
So initially I started this conversation regarding a totally separate couple. Mrs. Giddem. And people want to know, like, how is the relationship progressing? How once the mics went dark and you guys rode off in your fucking shitmobile filled with fucking plastic and Mike's photos.
Yeah, what is all that stuff in your truck? Like, why do you have all that stuff?
Well, when I was working at the track, it was pretty much when you were going out to a post, we don't have lockers or anything. So what you had to take out to work, you took with you.
Okay, so
So-
you need like jugs.
Like 50 empty Mountain Dew cans, like that kind of.
Well, that's the back. Okay, you're talking about the back of the truck. It's not the front of the
They're
truck.
just bottles that haven't been buried for 50 years.
It's mostly coffee cups in the back of the truck.
You need all those clothes that you keep in the truck.
Yeah, I try to keep like at least 2 changes of clothes in my truck just in case.
But the truck's
Case of what?
open.
No, I'm talking about the front of the truck.
Okay.
There's no clothes in the back.
Cab of the
Just
truck.
closing the bed of the
He just, there's just, I mean, it's an imprint where his body sits.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you could just see the outline of where a body sits around all this stuff.
Like when they peel someone away from a couch who's been sitting on it for like fucking 15 years.
I've been the guy doing the peeling. I know it. Wow.
So that's the question, get him.
Do you talk to her, Mrs. Ginnam?
Not really, no.
Not really, no, or no? No, you do not talk to her.
No. Yeah.
Have you tried to contact her and she won't return your calls?
No, I didn't try to contact her after the wedding and before it was revealed because I didn't want to give anything away.
But how is talking to her? She already knows.
But other people, through social media or something like that.
Well, you thought
But I
that
make plenty of phone calls that don't
don't reach social media?
I talked to my mom for like 40 minutes today. Nobody reported it.
No,
on
no,
social
I
media.
read about it on TMZ.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Harvey Levin broke into Channel
right.
5 News.
Okay, so you blew it, is what you're saying.
No, why would you say that?
No.
You marry a girl and then you don't call her for 3 weeks?
It's his responsibility to call. She hasn't called.
Yeah, I was
him
going to
either.
say, I was waiting for the response in.
The phone works both
It's
ways.
his responsibility
Yeah.
to call.
Is it
Absolutely.
really? You
Yeah, he's the
think so?
man. He's got to call.
That's kind of antiquated.
Sure, but as we've discussed before, I like the antiquated system of
Let's just get it straight. It's antiquated, guys. Both of you. Christ almighty.
Sure, I mean, like if we were to pull an intervention on your whoredom,
Boredom.
would Mrs. Giddem, would she have to be there to make an impact?
Actually, usually the less people there, the
She
better
would probably
it
be
is.
there to be carried out. It's like, oh, no wonder she wasn't picking up. She was buried under a bunch of fucking Mike's photos.
Well, you're still wearing the wedding ring,
Yes.
so do you consider yourself married?
Yes. Sal performed the ceremony. Everything, it's all on the up and up, I would like to imagine.
But it hasn't been consummated in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Not even with a phone call.
Have you jerked off to her? At least. Look how red he's getting. So how long will you go with this ruse that you're married? Because this is like, you're going out, right? What's that?
I mean, in his mind, he's married and he's happy. Isn't that all that matters?
Oh, really? You tell people, like, I've got a wife, I'm a happily married man.
Yeah.
Like, you go down to the bar and you're eating wings and shit. And
I've been down to the bar
No?
since then now. 'Cause
I mean, if it works, who are you to look down upon the way that their marriage is?
Hey, man, you're
Right?
right. I'm
A
nobody.
lot of couples, they can't make it work. These two have fucking figured out a way to be happy.
Never be in contact. And deny each other's existence.
Much in the same way that me and Samantha Fox are making our relationship work.
well, we never get into fights. You have to throw out my stuff,
Also, me and Jenna Jameson. All these relationships are working out great.
But that was the big thing. He has standing dinner plans every single night.
Right.
With the same person?
Yes.
With this woman in her 50s.
Yes.
And you still have yet to make any sort of shenanigans with her.
Again, we are friends. I tried to explain this the other day to somebody, and for some reason, some people
Yeah,
can't
but that
understand
could
it.
change. I mean, that's why I'm asking for an update.
Wasn't this covered in When Harry Met
You hear that,
Sally?
Stacy?
Could change, should change. We learned this in When Harry Met Sally. Like, a guy and a girl, they can never truly be friends. The guy's always thinking something. He never once thought anything. Like,
No.
I'd like to cheat on Miss Gideon with you.
You don't think it's true? You don't think it's possible for you're really going to sit there and say that a man and woman really can't be friends?
No, I'm totally friends with Stacy. Right, Stacy? I don't want to do anything else with you.
Because Jim's right. Because he was telling somebody that they were just friends, and they were like they weren't having any of it. They weren't buying it, and I totally believe Gideon when he says that it's like we'll be going out to dinner with Q every night, right? It'll be the same exact experience.
Well, I think it's not really about her as much as like they take one look at Gidim and they're like, he's just like bursting with testosterone and machismo. And they're like, there's no way he could just.
Stallion. He's got
right.
He's got a sire.
This other person did preface it by saying, so now you're both completely drunk. What about then?
Wow, Gidim. So, okay, all right, you're operating as a married man.
So if the opportunity came to hook up with someone, say a cousin of Kevin Smith, for instance.
Right. Let's just say she was in the wings. And
You would not take it. You would not take that because you're married.
Yes. Would not take it.
Sorry, cuz. There's none for you.
That is an honorable man right there. As much as we give.
He's so full of shit. Look how pretty she is. He's a liar. He's a liar.
It's very safe for him to say no to that. It's very safe.
She's been fucking fiddling with pepper spray the entire time, looking at him, just waiting.
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
This guy's bear mace.
Yeah, she gave him a preemptive spray just to get him to tear up a little.
For as much as we ride Gidim's tail, though, and give him a hard time, you got to give it up. I mean, that's so sweet.
It is, but it would be better if it was coupled with, attempting to woo his bride or make a go of it.
Make contact.
I think that you've got them in this box. You're just like the rest of society. You put them in this box and you expect them to behave the way you want them to behave. Right. Instead of just letting them be happy and let them work it out and let them find each other, no matter how long it takes, it's working as it is right now and they both are happy.
The final piece of the puzzle always fits no matter how long you wait.
I say, thank you.
I love that.
But what if she's not holding herself to the same standard? What if she's out there carousing about town?
Yeah, she's like, if he's not going to call.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man.
That would kind of hurt.
Don't even let them plant that nasty seed in that brain.
Oh, somebody's planting nasty seeds right in your bride. I guarantee it.
No.
Look at you. You got horns. You're a cuckold. You've been cuckold.
Is there a way for her to contact you if she wants to? If she listens to this tonight?
Well,
why don't you just call her right now?
I don't have her phone number.
Don't have your
Does
wife.
she have yours?
Not that I know of.
Well, can't she?
She can contact me on Twitter.
To this episode, can't she contact you on Twitter?
Twitter, Reddit, almost any form.
Reddit.
Really. Yeah.
Carrier pigeon?
Yeah,
Why would they contact you?
You can send messages on Reddit.
That
private messages.
Cesspool.
Yeah, I know. It's going to get lost in all the fucking hate messages. Yeah, why would you go to Reddit?
Well, I'm just saying it's one of the many ways to get.
Can you send a private message on Reddit?
Yeah.
To you.
So you follow her on Twitter?
And
does she follow you?
I don't know if she follows me on Twitter.
Well, look.
Well, I can't.
He doesn't even know her Twitter handle.
Yeah.
He knows nothing about her.
What's her last name? Do you know it? You don't say it on air, but do you know it?
He doesn't know.
This
Like Q.
I gotta say, yeah, this is a match made in heaven, Walt.
Maybe
You're right.
this is the wave of the future.
Yeah?
For marriages in America today.
What is it exactly?
You get married and then you just go and you don't see each other.
You get married.
Long stretches.
You get married in a sham ceremony by an impractical joker, and then never see each other ever again.
Sal. Please don't impugn Sal.
Sal said something. I got to bring it up. I rarely bring up impractical jokers on this show, but I was watching an episode the other day, and I saw something that may be the funniest thing I've ever seen on the show, and it was Joe. And I can't remember if it was you or Murr, but you're at a supermarket.
Okay.
And you're hiding, and you get you guys get another person to hide with you. I don't think you were hiding with them. It's this lady. She comes in.
Oh, no, this is the pet store. Was it
a pet store?
I don't know. We can keep going.
But there's like these sliding doors, and the next person to come in, they want them to jump out and say, surprise.
Yeah, it's a pet store in Long Island.
And it took a really long time for someone to come in, and the lady, like, you can see the excitement at first, and then it slowly drains. It slowly drains until you can see she's like, I guess I'm going to walk away. And then all of a sudden, Sal tells Joe to say, you're a disgrace to your family. Dude, I was crying. It was the perfect storm of fucking meanness. And I texted him. I was like, it's scientifically quantifiable as the funniest thing you could possibly say in that moment.
and Joe said it.
He said it. He said half of it. And then he said the other half because he was laughing at the time. I was like, it's so... I can't imagine what's going through the woman's head. She's like, first she's like, yeah, I'm in, man. I'm totally in. And then the energy drains, and then someone says one of the most insulting things they could possibly say. Oh, I was fucking crying.
Bit where a guy walked in the store and where the guy walked in the store and I said, stop bringing me birds to put down. Did that make that episode?
Yes, I think
did it work? Because in person it was fucking funny, man. We were dying laughing.
Yeah, I thought it worked.
All right, cool. All right, good. That was a good bit.
So get them. That's it, huh? No, what time are your dinner plans now?
As soon as I get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does she feel when you show up late? Like, does she take your friend? Does she take your celebrity status into account?
No, she just sometimes because I don't. Usually, I call if I'm not going to show up, but if
usually you call if you're not going to show up.
But if I'm late, I don't call. So she's just she's just waiting around for me to show up.
But usually you call if you don't show up. So you don't call every time. Like sometimes you just don't show up to dinner.
No, you know what I have to say. I do call every time I don't show up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very mannerly of you, get them.
Yeah. Well,
is she a hoarder too? This lady?
No. The complete opposite.
Yeah.
Very Spartan.
How would your wife feel that you're dining out with the same woman night after night? Your quote unquote friend.
I've been doing it for years, so it's it's not like it's something new.
Right.
Yeah. It's
this friend of yours. She's alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. You never know with get him.
Yeah.
All right, get him.
She's alive. The other day when my tire blew out, she came and picked me up and gave
Do you
me
have a picture of this woman?
I can find one.
Come on.
And why is there no love connection? You think you're too good looking for?
No, she keeps horses with us over the winter, and I don't mix business and pleasure. So.
But you're working with Walt, and he's your friend.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but I'm not going to get intimate with Walt.
What, friendship is a pleasure, though?
Well,
Yeah, and it is intimate.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have sex with him.
You now spend more time with Walt than you spend with any other person on the planet. That's
not only are we spending time
intimate?
at work, we're texting into the wee hours of the night.
Yeah.
Like, what are you texting about?
You have a haunted look in your eyes. Okay, all right. Is that dog?
yes, it's her dog. Yes.
What happened to her in life that she's having?
Are you asking? Is that her or a dog? Oh, okay.
No. It's a very good-looking dog.
Let me take a look at this. That is a sharp-looking dog. How'd you become friends with this lady?
She's works at the track. She's an outrider.
What happened to her
What do you mean?
that she's having dinner with you every night?
It's just
Yeah, like what's going on in her life?
It's just it's just the way we do things. It's just
Yeah, but what happened to her?
This is how we do.
no, never been married.
All right, get him.
All right.
Trying to get one more picture up.
It's all right.
Nobody cares.
It is good to see you, though, again.
Oh, good to see you, Tim.
I miss you when you're not
We've
around.
developed a game, though. Me and get him, though. We're gonna.
Oh, he's not
this
leaving?
week.
He's
No,
staying?
he can't stay for it. We don't have the time, but it's
Okay.
gonna be.
It could.
I
keep
think.
going.
I think. Q. Me and get him have after we debut it. We have a meeting with a producer.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
to talk about it. It's going to.
It's called "Don't Throw This Away."
Could be picked up by a main
But
network.
It's I'm really excited about it, but we're not going to play it this week because he doesn't have the time.
Okay. All right.
But
So you're
maybe
going to be around next week to play it?
I guess so. Yes.
only if we give him 24-hour notice, though.
Well, we'll do what we can. So just to be clear, if Kevin's cousin here wanted to go on a date with you, you'd say no.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, Kev's cousin. I know it's embarrassing to take this.
It's nothing against her
publicly.
personally, but
Yeah.
Right.
You've got your standing dinner date, and there's nothing that can be done
Okay.
about it. Yeah. Plus, you wouldn't fit in his truck with all the fucking shit that's in it.
I did take the typewriter out 2 nights ago.
Yeah. How do you feel about sitting on a typewriter and driving to a third-rate chain restaurant? All right, get him. Good for you.
Get him. Well,
See you tomorrow, get him.
Have a good night.
The most happily married man in America.
I know,
Right
don't
there.
forget
There he
your
goes.
Wow.
Thank you again, Frank 5, for my signed picture of Dakota Fanning.
You don't think that's an actual signed photo of her, do you?
Yeah, he said he emailed her.
All right.
Frank 5 is like, hey, I emailed Dakota Fanning. And he's like, oh, cool. Well, there's no questions asked.
He said, unlike
How the
Tim,
fuck would he have her email address?
He
You
said-
don't even have your wife's email address or phone number.
he said, unlike Tim Conway, she responds. So I guess maybe he found an email address. I don't
Sure.
know.
Okay. It's her signature.
Okay, buddy.
Get out
Cool.
of
All right, get him.
See you tomorrow.
here. Yeah.
That situation's getting dire.
You didn't even wait until he was out of earshot.
It's just getting worse. I thought working here would be good for him.
And what has it bad for him?
I don't know. He's just, everything he said on this episode was crazy.
Well, what do you mean?
Disconnected and weird.
Not at all. What do you mean?
He's under. Get him spell.
He considers himself married. He wouldn't cheat on his.
Oh, you're telling me you think that he wouldn't, all those things he wouldn't consider if he wasn't here?
Well, we brought that into his life, so I don't know. But that's nuts. That's nuts.
How is it nuts, though? I mean, do you really expect him? You really expected him to not treat it with the respect that marriage demands?
But it's way out of whack. Well, he's not calling her or contacting her or talking to her.
And vice versa.
Yeah, like that. I say that's more important than staying like true.
The man has principles and rules that he lives by, and
He's got a code.
Lack of options.
and they don't. And if they conflict with, again, about how you feel is crazy, quotes crazy. I don't know. I mean, I admire that in a person that's like, yeah, I don't care what. I mean, I'm married and I'm happy.
You're like, I'm going to take a page out of his book and not speak to Deb for the next 3 weeks, or let her know where I am.
No, I'm not saying it would work for everybody,
Right.
but if obviously it's working for him, I mean,
I mean, it worked for Ming too, right? So,
Okay. All right. Wow. Nobody's called me Colonel yet on this show. I want to talk about like how come like you guys aren't respecting my decision to be called Colonel from now on.
I forgot about it, but I'll try to. I'll set a reminder.
what are some of the things a colonel is able to do? If you're dubbed a colonel, what kind of things can you do? Can you can you declare war if you're in
No.
Kentucky or something?
No. Basically, I am an aide. It's a lifelong position, Walt. Lifelong. I'm an aide to the governor's office. If they need help with something, I gotta rush in there and help. So far, they haven't called.
What governor though? Any governor in
any
the
governor.
union?
Yeah, well, the governor of Kentucky is in charge of the.
So you think you're recognized by the governor of New Jersey recognizes Brian Quinn as what is he, a duke? Did you say?
Honorable colonel.
Oh, a colonel.
Yeah. So I should be. Yeah.
So, who's the Colonel of New York right now? Andrew Cuomo,
No, governor.
Governor.
There are
governor.
No,
I'm sorry, I meant governor.
Colonel Sanders. You know why he's called Colonel?
Because he fought in the Confederate War.
No, because he was bestowed the same honor that I was.
Oh, he's a I don't want to say sham, but he was
Is that a sham? Is that a sham?
Is real as Giddim's marriage?
yeah. Who's to say who's more delusional? Who's more insane?
No, what are you talking about?
He's like, why are people respecting my title? Can you believe Giddim?
I was bestowed a title.
Yeah, but
I feel like that's not being given the respect it deserves. Like that's not easy. Not just anybody can become a fucking colonel.
isn't it like getting a doctorate when you didn't finish high school just because you're on like a TV
Like an honorary
show?
doctorate?
Yeah, you're not really able to go into a surgeon's into the surgery and perform surgery, are you?
No, but that's what. But you could still call him doctor. I mean, come on.
So all you want is someone to refer to you as a was it Duke?
Colonel.
I keep saying Duke.
I think it's easier just for you to call him Duke Q.
Duke.
Duke Q.
Duke Q.
Yeah, I mean, my official title is my official thing is honorary Brian Quinn, the honorary Brian Quinn, colonel in the Kentucky Colonels. I'm a colonel, so Colonel Brian Quinn. I mean, I don't think it's too much to ask for. Guys.
How in daily life, how many other people are have taken to calling you?
It's extremely
Colonel Q.
rare. I don't think
It's pretty infrequent.
not catching it on like I wanted to. I got to be honest with you. But why the fuck does Colonel Sanders get to be called? Everybody calls him Colonel Sanders.
he-
It took a while.
Yeah.
It's not like it was 3 weeks and everyone was like, holy shit, Colonel Sanders. He's a household
He
name.
gave America the gift of Kentucky Fried Chicken. You haven't given us shit. He gave us one of the greatest fast food joints on the planet.
Unless you're a chicken, then it's one of the worst.
Week in and week out, I deliver the magic of yucks and laughter. And you're telling me that that's not worth
Yeah, but I mean, he's been at it a lot longer. I mean, if you guys are performing into your 90s, like
Oh my God, I can't wait that long.
like the Colonel from KFC did.
No, but he wasn't. He was a colonel after he started the restaurant.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody just started calling him Colonel.
Right. Because,
Let's learn a little bit about
Okay.
Colonel Sanders, boys.
My brethren, my fellow colonel. Yes.
Your contemporary.
Yes.
well, isn't it enough to be the second most famous colonel in the world?
Well, I don't even think I am. Fred Astaire was a colonel. There's a lot of famous colonels. I don't
What
even
did he
think I'm
do?
in the top.
Just he-
Who's Fred Astaire?
I know he was a dancer.
Not to mention real colonels in the military. Okay, so Colonel
I
Sanders.
mean, I remember Colonel Klink. Oh, so you're right now. You're down to 4 right away. Colonel Klink is probably.
If we kept talking, he'd be not even in the top 10 easily.
I wouldn't even be in the top 100. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. I have the title. I don't think it's a lot to ask for.
Well, if you
I've sent an email to True TV to see if next season they could change my credit to Colonel. I'm not even kidding. To Colonel Brian Quinn.
Why don't you just get your name legally changed? That way they would have to do it,
Now you're fucking talking.
right? They would have no choice,
That's pretty good.
right?
Yeah, I like that. So even it says it on my driver's license.
And then the cop, when he stops you, he has to be like, all right, Colonel Brian Quinn. And you're like, finally.
In fact, not only am I president of Four Color Demons, but I'm also the colonel of the Four Color Demons.
That's only an honorary
I just bestowed
title,
myself that title. I can do that. I can make Four Color Demon colonels if I want, but I'm not going to until
can you
people
make
start.
me one?
I can if everybody starts showing me the respect I deserve.
So only if
Just call me
I
Colonel.
abide by your stringent rule to call you a colonel,
Yeah, then you can.
then I can become a colonel.
Yeah, that's right.
How often do we even call him by name? like do you even say Q?
I bet you if I looked in your phone, it would not say Colonel, and that's what I find very disappointing.
It doesn't.
You know why you're no Colonel Sanders? Because Colonel Sanders once wounded a business rival in a deadly shootout. So that would be like the equivalent of you
man.
taking down like Johnny Knoxville, or shooting him.
Johnny Knoxville.
You know, you just saw him across the street. You lined up. You shot him right in the shoulder.
I would love to see that headline. Diluted honorary colonel wounds America's
Like I
sweetheart.
do with like a musket, with like a powder musket.
Sanders served in the military.
Yeah, but that's not why they call him Colonel, though.
But these are all things, though, that
but
come
that was
with
a-
why he was elevated to the world's most famous colonel, though.
I'm not saying I should be more famous than him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I should be the highest.
But I'm just saying you need to give it some time. You need to relax and let your legend grow a little bit before you're demanding same space as Mr. Sanders.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Oh, thank you. See, now I'm in the phone as Colonel Brian Quinn.
Well, you may have this in common with the Colonel Sanders. He swore like a sailor.
Okay, I got that.
You do that?
Sure,
Or
fuck yeah.
You think you do it like a sailor though?
At times, you get a couple of drinks in me, and it's fucking all over.
Not
the place.
like one of those sailors, like those weekend sailors, like rich yuppie guys with like their docksiders.
Do I
and
look
shit.
like a rich uppy guy to you?
Well, all right, but let's see this. So Colonel Sanders boasted, "I would cuss before women and children, and I didn't care."
Oh,
Would you do that? Would you be that coarse?
I just said fuck in front of Stacy, in front of Emily.
I know,
those are not children.
Well,
I'm talking about real, I'm talking like stuff that might get you arrested back in the 70s. For who's that guy? Who was that comedian that you always used
Lenny
to?
Bruce.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Lenny Bruce.
I'm talking about stuff that would be like so explicit and coarse.
I
Like you walk up to a 6-year-old girl and you're like, "What's up, cunt face?" Like
Then you got some cred.
then you're up there with Colonel Sanders.
So I got to shoot Johnny Knoxville and
Curse
call
him.
a baby a cunt. These are the two things that I need to do to get some credit around here.
I'll call you a colonel if you do both those things.
That episode of Always Sunny with Psycho Pete came back, and they're like the one example of what he used to do was he used to scream in babies' faces. And everybody's like, "That's so awesome." They're like, "We know." Scream in babies' faces. All right, well, I have nothing against Johnny Knoxville. I'm a fan, but I got to do what I got to do, I guess.
I mean, can he shoot Dane Cook instead, please?
Why is Dane Cook even around?
Of course.
What's he
It
doing?
never goes away. I don't know. You want to know what Dane Cook's up to? Well, you
But
stay
why did you say shoot him? There's got to be more annoying people.
than Dane Cook?
He's not even like.
Well, he's saying what we're saying. Who's less funny than him? That's still around right now.
Well, I meant in terms of,
In terms of what, like Johnny Knoxville isn't exactly like hot right now.
but he didn't he have a hidden reality show too?
Well, he did Jackass, which we get compared to a lot, but it's also way, way more popular than our show is.
No, not anymore.
Jacket, not anymore,
Not
maybe,
anymore.
but in terms of the
You guys have eclipsed that.
well, we're
show.
more relevant now.
Yeah.
But that show will never be as popular as that show was.
They got
You know
what,
why?
two
Because
movies?
you guys don't resort to like
Calling baby cunts.
genital mutilation. For
That and like a lot of like as Jackass went on, there was a lot of like gay stuff. Like it got gayer and gayer.
Well, we have Sal. What do you want me to do?
I'm not talking about real gay people. I'm talking about
Q, I had
Two
something I
days
wanted-
from now, when people start saying it on Twitter, he calls me up and he's like, "What'd you guys say?" I'm telling you this.
I thought I would wanted to hear your thoughts on this because it's something I thought would very resonate with you. Did you hear about this soccer player?
I'm sorry. Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I really want to hear your thoughts on this because
you didn't address him as Colonel. So
Oh, I'm sorry, Colonel.
okay,
Colonel,
yeah.
I wanted to get your thoughts on this
Yes.
soccer player, this female soccer player who got suspended for 6 months
Mm-hmm.
for calling an opposing team cowards.
6 months?
6 months. Her name is Solo, and she was an Olympic
I know
soccer
her. Yeah,
player.
of course, she's
And-
famous. Hope Solo.
Yeah, Hope Solo.
Yeah.
That's a cool name,
That is an awesome name.
right? I mean, that's got to be a Star Wars, like the New Hope Solo. It had to
Solo.
be. The parents had to be Star Wars fans.
She's very good looking too, so I'm surprised they knocked her out.
Well, I guess America lost the gold medal. They didn't
Right.
they didn't get gold, and I guess she was so frustrated in the
So they suspended her for the 6 months that she's not playing anyway.
United States Federation of Soccer suspended her for 6 months. She can't play in anything for 6 months because of that comment.
Because she called people a coward.
Because
Well, I
she
think it
called
wasn't-
Sweden a team of cowards.
wasn't it a build up though? I thought she had done other things, and that this was like the icing on the cake type
You
situation.
can't do that, though. You just can't take a buildup of things and be like, "Well, you said this, you said this, you said this." This was the thing that they're pointing to as the thing that got her suspended
Right. She called them cowards. Why were they cowardly?
because they didn't play the game. I guess they protected a lead or they didn't attack at all, or so they played scared. She's saying.
So basically, they had the lead, so they just.
Well,
played
I think it was
safe.
they lost in a shootout, America. I'm not sure. You didn't watch it? I thought you were a big soccer fan. No,
Watch it.
Colonel.
No, we talked about this. I haven't had a chance. The Colonel hasn't had a chance to.
Colonel has that chance to
again.
check out his sport.
I was out of the country. I was gone. What do you want from me? Listen, I don't think that she should have been suspended 6 months.
Broad issues coming right here.
Yeah, let's
A
go.
little bit of broad issues
I think
from the
it's,
Colonel.
I think it's
It's been
sex.
a while.
Colonel's broad issues.
Yeah, Colonel's broad issues. Here we go.
Colonel Q's broad issues. Smacking the ass of investigative journalism. Pounding the pavement, hitting the streets, hitting them hard, as only the Colonel can.
I think sports,
Why, what's with these women playing soccer anyway? Why are they not preparing my batter in the kitchen?
Mouth, 11 herbs and spices.
I'm not
God.
going to name them. They're in a safe somewhere.
Did you hear what happened with that? By
What's
the way,
that? Nah.
somebody fucking accidentally released the secret recipe. It's no longer a secret.
Do you think it was an
From
accident?
KFC?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
No.
In the stupidest way possible. It got released. A guy was giving an interview. A family member was giving an interview, and showed a scrapbook to the reporter, and the reporter took a picture, and in it was, look at that, the list of the secret recipe for KFC, and they put it on Twitter.
This guy's like, hi, I'm the biggest jerk off on earth.
He blew the family secret,
Oh, man.
and they made it. They cooked it using that, and they said it's exactly like KFC.
The main ingredient is white pepper, it says, Walt.
Yeah, but there's just because you had the ingredients doesn't mean that you can actually whip it up though and have it taste
They
like.
whipped it up.
And it tastes like KFC.
Yeah, it's out.
Once that cat's out of the bag, right? You can't put
put
that
that cat
genie back in the bottle.
No.
How badly did their stock tumble now that everyone's going to be making their own KFC?
Colonel Q can open up his own chicken shack now.
Yeah, now that you know the recipe.
Competing colonels.
Do I get sued if I open a chicken shack called Colonel Q's Chicken Shack?
Definitely not.
No?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's called KFC. It's not even, it has nothing. I mean, why do you think they hold on to the Colonel? Is he beloved?
Sure. He's an iconic symbol.
It's
man.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, but in this day of, political correctness and all this shit, he's a Southern gentleman, associated normally with not nice things.
Yeah, but he was never social.
He was a friend to all children. I would see pictures of him when I go to KFC. There's posters of him like in a field, and there's all children at his feet. And he's
Picking
like feeding
cotton.
them. No,
They were black children, yeah.
no, he's feeding them chicken.
He was feeding them chicken?
Yeah.
Well,
biscuits.
but he was just, was he cursing at them at the time? Because,
It's just a poster. You can't tell what he was saying.
okay.
But when I go back to this Hope Solo, though, Q,
Yeah.
6 months.
I feel, well, the thing that I like that hockey gets right is I think there's got to be a little bit more spit in the eye in sports. The one thing about being a Yankee fan that I always felt kind of like robbed of was the Yankees have always been held to like a higher level of behavior within their organization. They're not allowed to curse. They're not allowed to, like, they're always like, they have to
Clean shaven.
Oh yeah.
Hair at a certain length.
Exactly. You represent the pinstripes. Da, da, da. I always like it when a sports figure has a little bit of that in him, a little recklessness.
Oh, so you're saying you don't like then the Hope Solo going out and
No, I don't
saying
like it.
such things.
No, I think she should do it.
Speaking trash.
No,
That's
no.
very un-Yankee like, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I feel I was missing out on by being a Yankee fan.
Oh, okay.
Having sports heroes that were a little bit more of the old variety.
Here's what gets you suspended these days from women's soccer, right? This is exactly it. We played a bunch of cowards. The best team did not win today. I strongly believe that. I think you saw American heart. I mean, what the fuck?
That's outrageous.
That's some.
If a man had said that,
bullshit.
would he have been gotten a 6 months?
Yeah, I think so.
No way.
Sure. In the Olympics, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's got to be some sort of weird standard going on here. That why on earth would that be suspension worthy?
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Words.
I don't agree. I think that everybody should. I guess they're saying because it's the Olympics and because it's about world unity and she's representing the United States that they're.
She said something about the Zika, right?
I think at first she said she didn't want to go to the Olympics because of the Zika virus. Imagine that.
Imagine an athlete just coming out. You lost. You just lost. You're raw. Your emotions are.
Right.
They're so raw. You're angry, and you say something. You don't even. You just say they play like cowards. Is it going back? Is it kind of like? Is it too politically tied? Because Sweden, kind of stays neutral.
I think that's Switzerland, but possibly.
Oh, okay. I knew it was in some country.
The second most neutral country over there, Sweden.
So, what is Sweden known for? They've gone into war. Whose side were they on?
Sweden?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's look up Sweden. Let's see what they're up to. The fucking cowards.
We think we got any Swedish?
No, Swedish wasn't that the Sound of Music? Wasn't that?
Scandinavia, I thought.
No, that was in Sweden. The Swedish Alps, right?
It would be the Swiss Alps, guys. Christ almighty. Like, did anyone even fucking graduate high school at this table?
It just goes to show you don't need to know shit to be a colonel. Or work in a comic book store.
Hey, I know where the fucking American Alps are,
He's like,
Where are they?
the Adirondacks.
he's like, I'm the colonel of the country of Kentucky.
Where the Alps are blue?
Yeah, and the chicken's good. Thank you. Let's see.
Don't steal my 11 herbs and spices.
Oh, those are my spices. Hey, Hunter S. Thompson was a colonel, a Kentucky colonel.
Was he?
Yeah. So
That seems to be largely meaningless.
What is Sweden? Where have they been in the world history of
Battles?
of battles?
it's not meaningless at all.
That's not meaningless. Where you stood and some of and during history's time of.
Oh no, I was
where
still,
it was.
I was still talking about the Kentucky
Oh,
colonels.
okay.
Just didn't want Brian to get the last word in it. So I said it under my breath, hoping no one would hear but the home audience.
Well, this Sweden gave us the Vikings. They gave us
Yeah.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Okay.
What else did they give us? Let's see here. What do you know about Sweden, Kev's cousin? Anything? Hardly anything. All right. World War I and World War II. Neutral. Cowards.
Knew it.
Fucking
I knew it.
Swedish cowards.
Well, weren't they neutral because they were like, aren't they right next to Germany? Aren't they like,
Yeah, like, you guys fucking nuts. They'll be on us next.
yeah, exactly. I'd be fucking neutral too. I'll be like, I don't know. They have some good points.
Do we have any Swedish ants? You think? I don't want to say anything out of turn.
Yeah.
We do?
Oh, there's got to
Okay,
be a
so-
couple. Yeah, I think. Oh, no. That
Because
was
they speak English in that country, not as a first language.
Wait a
but
minute. I thought the what was one of those Muppets?
Let's talk like this.
The Swedish chef.
Yeah, he didn't speak
Herder.
English, did he?
No, he was a
Herder.
Muppet. He was.
That wasn't a real Swedish person.
I'm not sure we should go by him.
My only exposure to a Swedish person was the chef on the Muppets. Representative of all Swedes.
He was a coward too.
He was. Fucking chicken shit motherfucker.
I do know that it's not a shithole country. Supposedly,
No,
it is
no.
very.
But
It's
it's very
advanced.
liberal.
It's advanced.
Like, isn't all anything goes in Sweden, right? All drug use is
Yeah,
legalized.
it's like if they made a country out of San Francisco, it would be Sweden, but with a lot of tall blonde people.
Yeah, they're like Nordic, right?
Yeah,
You've been to Sweden, Q, as a
I think
part of your.
I was in there a layover in one of their airports, so I didn't really get to experience the country. But
They have IJ over there. Is that one of their markets?
they have their own version of IJ.
Really?
Yeah,
They stole it from you?
well, they bought it from us, and they make their own version of it. Yeah.
Is there a version of IJ in Icelandia?
Iceland?
That I don't know. I know there's like 15 different versions. Might even be more now. I think
That they claim that is the hardest language to learn.
because it's all like it's like Klingon.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Which? Icelandic?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And most of those fuckers speak English.
I thought it was Mandarin that people. All right, you want to know about some religion in Sweden today, Walt? 18% of Swedish citizens responded that they believe there is a God. 45%.
How much?
says-
Wait, don't just
18?
gloss over that. Only 18.
Yeah.
That's why they're in the state they're in.
I mean, they don't seem to be in a bed.
Yeah, they
Oh,
seem to think
what
they're
are you
in a
talking
great
about,
state.
man? They're all fucking zombied out, all fucking strung out all over the place.
Again, I think you're thinking of the Swedish shit.
No, I'm not.
Heard and heard.
No, I mean it's like
Yeah, you're thinking of Amsterdam,
where's
right?
Amsterdam at?
Oh yeah, Amsterdam.
Where's that at?
That's in Denmark, isn't it?
What? No, it's not in Czech. It's in Denmark.
Totally different country. It's just. Do you see what I deal with week after week?
What did they make? Did they make chocolate over there?
What?
What did they make? Oh, clocks, right? They're known for clocks. in
Again,
Sweden?
Switzerland. Sweden is known for cowards. That's it. That's all they got going on.
Playing a cowardly game of
Amsterdam,
soccer.
Amsterdam is in the Netherlands. It's the capital of the Netherlands.
How about what's their drug laws over in Sweden right now?
That's
Brian?
right, correct? That is right.
What?
Amsterdam's capital of the Netherlands. Somebody, anybody?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'll look up drug laws in Sweden. I'll see why they all look like they're on.
But only 18% of the country. How many people live in Sweden? What's the population? Don't keep going
hold
off.
on.
Stay on your stats. Don't.
Well, you
leave.
were just asking about drug
Don't
laws.
leave.
Now I'm trying to. Okay,
Stay on your stats. I love the stats.
all right, let me give you some
8%
stats.
you said or 18?
18%. Okay.
All right.
All right. You're talking about a country that has an estimated population of, like, say, roughly 10 million people, a little bit less.
Okay, so wow, that's so many people that don't believe in God.
Right. So let me find the
That's
religion
the way the world's
part
going,
again.
though. Well,
I know. That's why we're in the state we're in, brother.
what state?
Shit state.
Yeah. Shit town.
Brown
you.
state.
It's a sequel to Red State.
It's all about Swedes and their fucking lack of respect for God. Kev, read the script.
What's Kevin's reaction if you give him a fucking
Brown State?
160-page Brown State script?
45% answered that they believe there is some sort of spirit or life force.
All right, that's better. Now I'm starting to feel like they're not a lost cause.
Okay. 34. 30,
There's
34
hope for Sweden yet.
Yeah. 34% answered they do not believe there is any sort of spirit, God, or life force.
How many? 34?
Yeah, 34%. So out of 10 million, you're talking 3.4 million people are like, fuck it, there's nothing.
Yeah, we know what their God is, though. It's the fucking needle.
Yeah, they are a bunch of junkies. I guess. Let me see. Well, Sweden has given us ABBA. Right?
Yeah. That was an import we adored.
Yeah.
We worshipped for a little while. Then we
Oh,
threw
you
it
know
away
what?
when we got tired of it.
Totally forgot. Ingve's from Sweden.
Who?
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yngwie Malmsteen, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
It's one of like the most influential like neoclassical like metal guitarists.
His height of popularity would have been 85.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like 9.
it's not exactly super
Any other
current.
stats that would...
Let's
What
see.
country are we talking about?
Sweden. We're still talking about Sweden. I'm trying to find their drug rules.
So
their
who are
drug
the
laws.
Swiss then?
Switzerland.
For fuck's
they
sake!
make-
It's been like 4 times. I've said.
They make chocolate.
And clocks, right?
Wooden
Chocolate
shoes.
clocks.
That's Denmark again.
Who? The chocolate clock?
No, the wooden shoes people. Yeah, that's
But
all.
aren't they
That's all they got
like-
over there.
Aren't they all basically the same region though?
Kinda.
Chocolate clocks don't keep good time, but they taste good.
Yeah, delicious.
Man,
well, let me look
time
up
flies when you're feeling yummy.
Swedish drug laws.
But what about Swedish fish?
Oh, that's a candy, right?
They've
Yeah.
got that. They've got that market fucking locked
I
down.
can't imagine
son.
anybody listening at home right now wants to continue listening to this episode.
Okay, no, they're going to want to hear this
They gotta
because
be like, this is the stupidest shit I've yet.
let's, Walt. I think you're going to really like this. This is going to bolster your confidence in Sweden even more than their belief in spirits and life forces. Cocaine, ecstasy, and even cannabis are rarely seen in the streets and clubs, in line with Sweden's official zero tolerance approach. The overarching goal: a society free from illegal drugs.
That's their goal?
Yeah.
That should be America's goal.
No, it should not.
Well, there's
really
another way to
should be.
get that goal and make all drugs legal.
How?
Yeah.
What do you mean how?
Yeah, if you just make them legal, then there's no illegal drugs.
Illegal drugs. Yeah.
I will call you Colonel Q from now on. I like your platform.
Hey, that is the Colonel's official platform. Legalize all drugs.
Yeah. Let's see. Every other Swede, okay, this is 2008. A majority of the population supports the strict policy. Every other Swede said that possession or cultivation of cannabis for personal use should be punished with prison. And 6 in 10 believe that a total war on cannabis, which was defined as arresting and jailing all dealers and users, was the best tactic. What a bunch of fucking pussholes. Yeah. I can't imagine ever going to Sweden. And I don't even smoke weed, but my God.
Meanwhile-
Like, these are adults who should be able to, like, do whatever they want.
And the fucking Netherlands is right across the
Well,
river
yeah,
there.
That's the way they want their country to be, though.
Well, some of them do, yeah.
Right across the river, you can do all the weed you want.
Where?
In Amsterdam.
Didn't Sunday Jeff go there?
He
Well,
couldn't leave his
yeah.
hotel room, remember?
I don't think he ever actually was there because he was like on American soil when he was there. So technically he was, he never left America. Let's see. The latest data shows the number of Swedish adults between 15 and 64 who had consumed cocaine during last year was almost 5 times smaller than the biggest consumer, Spain. Spaniards fucking coked out.
So I really got to apologize to Sweden. I had my S countries confused.
Right.
What, you thought that Sweden was a shithole country? No. I'm sure that's the first time they ever heard that. They're like, what? Seriously?
Oh, I was talking about my S countries like Switzerland, Sweden.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure Denmark. I wasn't sure what I was talking about.
Sure.
I spoke off the cuff as usual, and
It came back to bite you.
I'd like to apologize to Sweden. It sounds like it's my kind of country.
Okay, do you want to hear how? Okay, Q. You want to hear how strict the Swedes are?
Yes.
Boisterous 8-year-olds who were as high as kites from eating sweets were hauled back to earth with a bump when police in western Sweden got wind of the wild party, and I guess the kids were going crazy, so the cops came in.
How old are the kids?
8 to 10. The cops came in. It turned out to be an 8th birthday party. It spiraled out of control due to excessive sugar intake. After speaking to parents and confiscating the sweets, the situation calmed down. I swear I'm not reading this from The Onion. A picture shows, there's a picture with 4 kids with their hands against the police car. I mean, sugar is not classified as a drug in Sweden, but its consumption is thought to be have a hyperactivating effect on young humans. Holy mother of God!
Is the sugar?
It's a fucking police state.
Sounds like I shall be vacationing.
That's
in
where
Sweden.
you're gonna retire in Sweden.
But is sugar considered a drug in any part of the world?
I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
You know it is, though, right?
It is a drug?
It's a stimulant, not
It's,
a drug.
it's addictive, though, sugar. We've known that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, they should have a zero tolerance policy towards sugar, I guess, too. Oh, my God.
What's with this?
I need to hear from a Swedish aunt. Like, what the fuck is it like living over there? Like, looking over your shoulder, you put too much, like, sugar in your coffee, and the Swedish police are cracking your skull. What were you going to say?
None. I was like, we got an ad, a pressing ad.
Oh, this is, yeah.
This is so pressing. It's not even the one you're thinking of, Bri.
Oh, it's
What
not?
do you mean? What are you
No.
guys talking about?
I'm getting text after text after text.
From who?
Declan, please, please, please
Okay.
Please, please, please.
mention my creakystudios.com training courses.
For fuck's sake.
All right. No, he's right. He's right.
Please.
There's only 3 spots
Nobody
left.
knows about them. You're talking about Gitterman.
Well, you guys are making fun of him, but they're actually pretty good. I've
You took one of the courses?
I didn't
You
take them,
enrolled?
but I've talked to people who've taken them.
Is there like a graduation ceremony at the end of the course?
Everybody putting their tassels on. You should all be proud of yourselves. You took an online course. And you all passed.
Does anybody fail? As long as the check clears.
The good news is there's a part 2.
You're all going diamond.
The courses cover recording, repairing, publishing, everything you need to get a podcast out online today. From A to Z, it's covered. After you take Declan's course,
Yeah.
there'll be nothing left for you to know about the podcast industry.
It's 100% true. I know it's not expensive, and I also know that using what he knows, he saved our ass. He saved Mark Maron's ass. He saved Jim Jarmusch's ass. Like everybody's
He's
ass.
just saving ass
He's saving ass
all
left
over
and
the
right.
place.
Yeah. Not slaying
What I
ass.
do.
Not slaying ass. Saving ass.
Is there a difference?
Sure, when you're slaying ass.
What does that mean? I've never heard that phrase.
Really?
Yeah, he's like out there getting all sorts of girls and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
yeah.
Slaying.
Look at that guy. He's looking at him over there. Slaying ass, dude.
No.
No?
Yeah.
It's true. I don't
Well, I
say
mean, I
yes.
guess, well, to be fair, that nobody would ever said that within earshot. They're talking about me, so that's why I probably never heard it.
I won't be giving any courses in slaying ass, that's for sure.
You want to hear where you got to go to sign up? Because there's
Yeah.
only 3 spots left, people. Go to creakystudios.com/training. Mm-hmm. Again, 3 coveted spots left. I mean,
They go quick. And look, if you want to start a podcast, like this is the guy to go to. Because then he also helps you out afterwards, too.
Yeah, and you can make fun of him, and what can he do about it?
I think Ming's going to join for one of those courses, he told me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just a refresher, just to make sure he stays sharp.
Keep sharp, yeah,
Stays on top of all the cutting edge.
I got to stay frosty. You know that. Well, then you're in the right place, boyo. I know how everyone loves these Blue Juice ads, Walt. A lot of times I hear people fast forward through the regular content just to get to them. This is an announcement I get hot off the press from Tom Mumm, president of Blue Juice. They want to thank the ants for rallying and giving over 1,000 likes on their Facebook page in only a week.
Wow.
I would have thought we would have been able to motivate more than 1,000, though. I mean, it's still good. I'm not
He
getting me
doesn't
wrong.
know that, though.
But,
No, he does know that.
But,
You're disappointed a little, like it should have been more than 1,000.
I'm hoping that, that they can find it within themselves to go look up Blue Juice on Blue Juice Comics on Facebook, and maybe we can get maybe 1,000 more would just be so nice, just to show them what
It's a
we're
like.
capable.
It's 2 seconds, right?
Yeah,
And most people are on Facebook anyway, right?
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm
What does a yeah, me neither. But what does a like? Surely, Kev's cousin, you're on Facebook, and when you put something up and
her name's Emily.
somebody likes it, oh, I didn't know she wanted to be
Yeah.
identified. Okay,
I heard that they got the don't like button on Facebook now, right?
Is that true?
Maybe. I don't go on a lot.
Oh, okay. Really? I thought you were like, you're what, 21?
Yeah.
I thought you would have your finger on the pulse of this stuff, man.
Facebook's not for. I thought that was like your daddy's social media. Facebook.
So what's the
Oh
young
yeah,
hip
it's like
one?
like your mom being like it's like the virtual obituary column, like older people
like
go
mom
on
jeans.
to see. Oh yeah.
Is
Do you
there
wear mom jeans, Kev's cousin? Ever? No?
is there a young hip social media site or no?
I go on Instagram.
That's what I hear. Instagram is all the rage now. That's
Is
the
Blue
thing.
Juice on Instagram?
I'm sure they are, right? They're very photogenic guys.
Yeah, but it does have to be photos of the president. It could be photos of all their wonderful art.
They
from
need
all
a
the
Blue
great
Juice
titles.
model.
Oh, you mean stuff like
Yeah,
That's what they need.
the Blue Juice model?
Yeah.
How would you like to? Would you like to be the Blue Juice model?
Sure.
Okay, you heard it. I mean, if you're going to have a face
I
of
was
that
thinking-
company, it should be one of those guys. It should be Emily here.
get them.
She's earned it. Oh, get him.
You think get him over Emily?
Well, I mean, he's selling comics, though.
Yeah, remember
He
back
looks
in
like
the
he
day
looks like a comic book fan.
when you used to go to Comic Cons? This was back in the day,
Oh, they still do it. I
and they
know
would
what
have
you're
like
saying.
booth babes everywhere.
Yeah.
And they don't have that anymore.
Yes, they do.
Not in the biggies, not in the big cons.
What are you talking about? You been to the big cons?
I go to San Diego every year.
You walk the floor?
Yeah. No booth babes no more. In New York City, they never had them.
Wow.
Booth babes are
Well,
gone,
you know
bro.
what? It should have been.
Debatable.
Should have been like stricken from.
Why?
It's bait and switch. It has nothing to do with the quality of the books.
Come here, boys, and then you get over there, and it's like
Yeah.
some shit book on the counter.
Your book should sink or swim based on the quality of the content inside.
So you're
Not
saying
how hot your booth babe is.
Yes.
That's pretty sound.
So Emily's fired.
Yes.
Sorry, Emily, you're out. Blue Juice just fired you. The way they want to thank the ants for giving all those likes is to offer 20% off their entire catalog of the Accelerators and Bonnie and the new Ether and Empire. Q, all you have to do is go to shopbluejuice.com and enter the code TESD at checkout, and you're going to get 20% off all their stuff.
You said shop with a P, right?
Shop.
Okay. It sounded like you said shot, like shop.
Did sound like you said shot.
All right. I would never want to confuse that because this could fucking bury these guys. Shop.
Yes. 20%
BlueJuice
off. That's a nice.
.com.
It's a nice little discount.
Oh,
If
it's
you're into
sweet.
comics,
Accelerators is good. I am surprised that hasn't been made into a movie or a television show yet.
it does have all the
Accelerators is
markings
right
of a
there,
TV
man.
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I could see it.
Yeah.
But you need to be aware you cannot pay in likes. I think they expect cash. They want real money as much as they dig their likes. What does a like mean on Facebook, Hugh? Do you know? Like, is it just... Yeah, she doesn't know either. Nobody seems to know.
It's just like showing appreciation for something.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So it's like following
like a
somebody on
follow.
Twitter almost. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's it. They want people to follow them. Well, no wonder people aren't liking them, right?
So okay. So then they'll be inundated with
Now-
stuff that they like. They thought they could like it a one-time thing, but it's not a one-time thing. They're going to get. They're going
now
to
you're getting pounded with Blue
updates.
Juice bullshit all the time.
Well, it's not. If you're into comics, though, it's not bullshit.
I'm not just kidding. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to follow any company, a comic company, you want
These guys,
Blue Juice.
like I said, I've always admired their just their model, their business model. I love their.
They've got moxie, these kids.
Yeah, their enthusiasm, their energy. I have never, ever, ever thought anything but like admiration for what they have achieved already and what I think they will achieve. At some point.
My feeling is they should all be colonels.
You don't just get that, bro.
Colonel Tom Mum.
Colonel Ronnie Porto. All right, so that's Blue Juice.
Sweet. Did any of you guys see
Squad.
Squad?
Yes.
What'd you think? You liked it?
I did.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I got you.
What was that? I liked it.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought the first half hour was so good, and then I was just like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. I really want to ask you this.
Okay.
Did you like the Joker, or you were like, fuck this?
Honest opinion, I
Yeah.
liked the Joker. I did not mind the character. I thought it was a different look. You know, who reminded me of Bowie. With
Yeah,
that
I
stark
see that.
green hair, it reminded me of that stark orange hair.
Yeah.
Super skin and pale as a ghost
Yeah.
in the suits. He reminded me of Bowie a lot, like early 70s Bowie.
That makes a lot of sense. I gotta say, I liked him. People
I liked him
fucking
too.
ripped on him. And I was
really?
like,
He's taking it hard? He's taking it on the chin?
people said he was barely in it, which I thought
not his
he was,
movie.
Yeah, but I thought he was in it enough. Like the way I was led to believe was that he pops up in a scene or two, but he's really like spread out throughout the movie. And I was just glad that we saw a take that I had never seen before.
I agree.
Like I didn't want a rehash of Nicholson or Heath Ledger. Like it was a totally different take, and you may not agree with it or think it looked cheesy, but I kind of liked it. I was like, hey, I get it.
I felt it was strange that they focused on so many helicopter crashes. How many helicopter crashes were in that movie?
You could have cut the budget by fucking $10 billion by cutting out the goddamn unnecessary helicopter crashes.
There was no less than 3 helicopter crashes in a half hour, right?
It was so weird. And the first one, like when they get shot down, it meant nothing to the story. Like they get shot
just
down,
dusted themselves
then
off.
and then they walk out and they don't even mention the helicopter crash again. And then
Or the pilots that died.
It's crazy. I was like, why did they fucking put these helicopter crashes in?
It looks like a lot was on the cutting room floor. Though.
When she gets shot out, Amanda Wall. I mean, listen,
Yes.
we're gonna minus spoilers. When she gets shot down in her helicopter,
Yeah.
I'm like, why did her helicopter go down to street level? Because they rescued her, and then instead of taking off and flying away, she fucking goes down in between the two buildings down the thing, and that's where they shoot her. And I was like, why the fuck would a helicopter go an inch off the ground? It makes no sense. I couldn't believe it. The movie fell off such a cliff, man.
There was parts I liked, there was parts I didn't like, of course, but I felt that the villains or the monsters in the city were so poorly done. Like the ones with like all the black berries on their face, like they look like something out of Sid and Marty Krofft, and it looked that like that cheap looking.
Yeah,
and everything else looked superb.
Well,
why would you go with such cheesy looking?
I had a
beings?
double dose of disappointment because the rumor I heard was that they were fighting Starro the Conqueror. And that was going to be.
Oh, you were waiting for that?
And that was what I was hoping for. And that was going to be the big surprise that they were going to have the fucking things. And I was like, that is awesome. And then it wasn't that. And then I was like, well, why are you assembling a team full of shooters and fighters to fight a supernatural element? I'm like, I don't.
It made that, again, when you're right, it made no sense. Like, if you're going to garner a team of superpowered beings, one, I'd pick some with fucking superpowers. Harley Quinn doesn't have any power. She has
Captain
a big
Boomerang
hammer.
does not have superpowers.
Captain Boomerang does nothing. It was a strange choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say I enjoyed more of it than I disliked.
Yeah.
And that made it okay for me. I really love the Enchantress. I love the way she moved.
Yeah, that was
her
cool.
body, the way her body movements were.
Yeah.
It looked like something alien.
That looked cool. I thought he was good as Deadshot. I liked him. That the joy on his face when he gets his hand on his gun for the first time.
Right.
And I was like, that was cool. But then I just felt like it just went.
I thought the
hell.
Batman scenes were awesome too.
Anything with Batman was good. Again, that's all in the first half hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Once they get into the city,
You're just like,
you're like, what's going on?
I didn't even understand what was going on. And then when they're like, their mission, I wasn't clear on. At one point, I turned to Stacey. I was like, who are they going for? I was like, I don't get.
They did it in a flashback, right? They showed you what happened, like that.
No, they did the
brother.
reveal when they broke into the room and she was in the room, and you found out that they were rescuing her.
Oh yeah.
But they never made it clear that they were even rescuing someone. I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now. It's just very confusing to me.
Got to make another one, right? After the box office has
Made
had
so much money, yeah. And there's a good movie to be made with these guys.
a better movie.
A better movie, yeah.
Did you see Ghostbusters yet?
I have not seen Ghostbusters.
I don't think you can now, right? I bet you it's
Probably
got to
gotta
be
wait
theaters,
for
right?
home video, yeah.
I think you missed out on that one, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know if I
think
did.
I think you're gonna come back to the table and be like, I wish I had seen this on the big screen.
I hope so.
Did you hear about one of the Ghostbusters was taking it also like she had to flee social media?
Oh, the black lady?
Was that the actress?
Leslie.
yeah, Leslie something.
Yeah,
or
but
other.
hear what they just did to her? They broke into her personal accounts, put her passport and her driver's license and naked photos of her online.
What?
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Like, for what reason?
Well, who did that? The internet was that angry?
Yeah, the internet was on it. Well,
I heard it was Hope Solo that did it.
I'm not saying she deserved it for doing this, but I think that the reason she became a target is because she was very vocal in the whole, sexism, like shut up, like just accept.
Shut up, internet.
Yeah. And I think
So the internet was like,
oh,
we'll show
I'll
you.
shut up. How about you shut up? Right.
Wow.
It's pretty fucking crazy what they
Do you think they can catch the person who did
I don't
this?
think they'll ever catch them, and I don't even want to comment on it any more than I already have in case those people are out there listening to this. You know what I mean? Look, I'm sure they had their reasons. I don't know what they are, but
Come on, Swedish.
Yeah.
Fucking coward.
anybody want a chocolate clock?
Colonel Brian Q in the nude.
The Colonel takes no stance in this matter.
That come on. I mean, you think they'll go after? They'll think they'll at least try to find who did it?
I hope so. They figured out who broke into all those celebrities' phones and stole their nude pictures. This is why all my dick pics are Polaroids that I mail to people in the mail. Yeah.
You don't really have any anything on your phone that you would want that you don't want the public to see, do you?
No, not at all. In fact, I thought I lost my phone yesterday, and I wasn't even concerned. I was like, I'll just blank it, and that's that. It won't be a big deal. I have nothing.
I've got some text between me and Gidim that I don't know if I want the world to see, though.
Yeah, could you imagine you got hacked?
Wouldn't it be crazy?
Why did you throw away Mike's pictures? I already told you.
Or Gidim just drops the N-word every other fucking
No, there's nothing scandalous, but just I think people would be like, I can't believe they talked
That
about
much?
a game show for 3 hours on via text.
Yeah. One of the funniest things.
Who's crazy now?
One of the funniest things I heard all week was Jay and his wife Jordan were here for a couple days.
Right.
And Jordan was in the store. She's back here by the poker table, and Gidim was up front. And she's looking at him. She goes, "Is that the Gidim?" Totally straight face, like not aware that it wasn't a title like the Colonel.
I got to hang out with her. I like Jordan so much.
She's
man.
awesome.
She's such a good person.
Yeah, she's great.
She's a good egg.
All right, so we got real ads now.
Almost as great as Touch of Modern.
If you like Jordan, you'll love Touch of Modern.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to be the envy of your group, Q? Like you're the envy of the Impractical Jokers?
Yep.
Okay, well, these guys don't know this, but they've got the inside scoop. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't even pretend. They got the latest. They got a bunch of bullshit you don't need. We've talked about this already, but it's cool. You don't need it. But do you really just buy everything you need? Of course not.
No, I mean, if everybody bought only stuff they need, stores like, say, Hot Topic would be out of business and stuff like that.
Right. What? It's funny you should say Hot Topic. Kev's cousin. She doesn't look like a Hot Topic girl, though, right? Like you would expect her to be
No.
tatted up and like.
I don't see any goth. You kind of look like a Disney character, actually.
Yeah, you do. You got
Right.
like big eyes and a big smile and shit.
Yeah. Well, she's got a nose ring.
Yeah, they can airbrush that out for Disney, though.
All right. Well, then, no.
Yeah. A lot of those people at Hot Topic look like, especially the older ones, like, oh shit, I shouldn't have made all those choices.
Yeah.
Right. The gauge. What do your ears look like? Let me see your ears. No?
How did you get a job on Hot Topic?
You walked in? Wow. Like a lot of, like the gauging of the ears is one of those things that I always feel people are going to regret eventually. When they're like, all right, well, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm in my 40s, right? And like now I have this giant hole the size of like a mini donut in my ear.
You got it surgically repaired, right?
Yeah, you got to get it like sewed back
Did your
up.
brother have it? And what was the process on that? But did he have to have it surgically? No, it just
Now he just has holes in his ears? Yeah. Touch Modern. They scour the globe. They misspelled scour. For unique design focused products to elevate your style. When you're writing copy, you should know how to spell scour, right?
SCOUR? Mm-hmm. No?
Yeah.
Is that how they spell it?
No, they OUER. They spell it SCOWER. Come on, get well. You know what? They got so much cool shit. They don't care about spelling. Call to action.
You really scraped the bottom of the barrel for that
Right.
one. But what are they? They're just, let's get into it. It's a website with a bunch of cool stuff on it.
Yeah. It's a bunch of stuff that's cool. They, let's see. There's loads of new sales launching every day, literally, which they misspelled literally too. Jesus Christ. I don't think they sell dictionaries at touchofmodern.com. If they did, they would be the coolest ones ever, though. Yeah.
It's an Ebonics dictionary.
Get your shit. Yeah, You can improve your lifestyle in a single click, Walt. And you can get immediate access to these deals when they sign up at touchofmodern.com. All right, do you want to hear the slogan?
Yeah.
That's touchofmodern.com. Do it today, because tomorrow it'll be different. That's how life rolls in the fast lane. Do it today. No, wait. Do it today.
Would you consider?
Because tomorrow
Sorry.
Yeah.
it'll
I
be
thought-
different.
I'm sorry. I was still going
That's how
on.
life rolls in the fast lane. That's
Have
a
you
long
ever
slogan.
been in the fast lane queue? I'm sure you have, right? At certain
I think
points.
there have been times in my life where I've been like, I'm
Never
in
been
the
in the
fast lane.
man. Ever.
I think there are faster. I think I've been in the medium lane.
I mean, I know there's always faster lanes, but at least
Yeah.
you've been in a lane that,
I'm not in the right lane with my blinker on.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I've been.
Your whole life?
That's
Like,
what I'm
but now-
trying to get there now.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very easy to do.
I'm hoping in 5 years I'll just that's what I'll be doing.
Life in the slow lane?
Right from the slow lane.
What's it like to be in the fast lane?
Well, not like I've been in faster lanes than I am and now.
Right.
It's a lot of fun, Walt.
Is it like the Eagles say? Is it like,
Life
they,
in the fast
is it,
lane.
is
You're
it-
wondering if he's ever lived like a 70s rock star? I mean, I'd stop short of that.
I've been in the Staten Island fast lane. Let's put it that way.
Well, I know that lane could be pretty.
Yeah, it gets heavy.
Hairy
it gets
too,
speedy
though.
over there, but
What is the fast lane? Maybe I've been in the fast lane. We've been in the fast lane together a couple
we have,
times.
dude.
Getting drunk and
We were younger.
shenanigans, falderall.
I mean, I used to go into Manhattan to drink and party like 4 nights a week in my 20s. Like I used to go there all the time and just go out. I used to not leave my house to go out to 11 midnight.
Really?
That's when my night would start.
That's when you started carousing.
That's when we were like, oh,
And
we gotta,
carousing.
yeah,
Both.
Cruising?
Carousing.
We would stop carousing at 11 o'clock.
Are you saying cruising or carousing?
Carousing. I like to. It's a
You're melding 'em?
combination of both words.
I mean, that's life in the fast
now
lane,
you're fucking
baby.
an apology to
Yeah,
Touch of Modern.
I'm
there.
sorry. I need a dictionary.
You word snob.
What was the one you did last week? It was there was a word you did last time that was so
we didn't
fucking
record
funny.
last
I know, but there was one word you did. I can't remember what it was. It was
So your night would begin at 11 a.m. It was under you. Like your friends would call you, like, "Hey, you want to go out?" And you're like, "It's 8 o'clock."
yeah.
Going out at 8 o'clock.
Well, we'd be like, you want to meet at so and so's house and just do some pre-drinking. Get there around 10. Drink, do some shots, some cheap free shots, and then get out. Leave at 11. Get to the bar, or the club by midnight, and then you go to 4, 5 in the morning.
So you're just calling it a night at 8 o'clock.
This is my 20s.
Right.
This isn't now.
Okay, so in my 20s, so if let's paint a picture here.
Yeah.
So if I was to be like, I am going to go to Walmart, I'm going to pick up a couple things I need. Maybe if traffic's not too bad, maybe I'll hit Ruby Tuesday. But I want to be home by 9.
Yeah.
What are you doing then on that same evening?
Pitying you.
Maybe playing video games.
You're not out. You're not clubbing.
No, in your 20s.
In my 20s.
You're not clubbing. No.
At 9 o'clock at night.
You're not up into club?
You're just
That's what I'm
getting
saying.
ready.
I'm just killing time until it's time to go out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be sleeping the previous night off at 9 o'clock at night.
At night?
Yeah.
No.
Like you just slept from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Yeah,
Like a vampire.
no.
That's unconscious. That's not sleeping. 14 straight hours?
I mean, you haven't done it?
No, I haven't done that.
You haven't been unconscious for 14
No,
straight
usually
hours?
I would get up 2 in the afternoon after a day like that,
Yeah.
and then have my Rice Krispies, and then kill time till it's time to do it again.
Do it all over again, huh?
Do it all over again.
What about you, Kev's cuz? You in the fast lane, the medium lane, or the slow lane?
No, all I do is work.
All you do is work?
Yeah, and then I get home and maybe I drink a little bit.
You drink alone at home? Oh, cool. That's kind of like in the medium lane a little bit, right?
What are you talking about? That's like fucking the Autobahn to me.
Whoa! Slow your roll, Kev's cuz.
I haven't had a drink since, 1980?
Probably 86 or 7.
7, probably.
Teetotaler. How's it feel? You feel you're a better man for it?
I ain't missed a thing. Not one thing.
You know, they pulled up recently. They pulled up season 1 photos of everyone and season, like, you know, this season. I'm the only one who, like, looks virtually unchanged.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these guys,
How so? Older?
man, they look older.
It's 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that.
How does this happen,
Weird
though? I'm the
old.
I'm the only one who's been like a hardcore drug user over that time
Well, I mean,
and somehow still
probably
look better.
You started out in a bad place and you're in a bad place now. That's the reason why.
That's how I have my youthful glow.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I looked 10 years older than I do.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, remember how pale you used to be and just how fat you used to be?
Yeah,
You've
like,
lost a lot of weight. You have like color in your face now, and
yeah. Well, that in all fairness, like the fat thing, I'll account for, but the blood thing was a disorder. It was
yeah, that's
anemia.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like you didn't take care
How
of it.
like white I
Plus,
was. Yeah.
right, and then like you were just like distracted because you were just on those fucking pills and shit like that. Like there wasn't the
What a
bar
treat
was
it must have
low.
been for you guys.
Are we still doing Touch of Modern?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like I'm loath to bring them up because then I'll hear about it. But the UK
Yeah.
pods that we did, the Space Monkey stuff.
The only one I know what you're gonna say.
I was going to say basically like I was on a poor man's speedball. I was
Yeah.
taking Oxy and Adderall at the same time.
I thought the Leeds show was the only one that didn't work. I still think
Yeah.
you delivered in every show. The Leeds one, I remember being like, "What the fuck's going on up here?" But
Yeah,
I don't know if even that was you. It might have been the audience too. We
it was
didn't.
probably them.
Yeah, they didn't. The only thing, the bar was cool
Yeah,
in Leeds that we did it in, but it wasn't a good show.
those will be coming out soon.
I just want to release
Soon.
the Leeds one.
We'll put them out except for Leeds.
Yeah, it's-
Oh shit, Q.
Why not just put them all out, warts and all? Was it that bad?
yeah.
It's so hard to remember.
I remember walking away being like, we can't release that one.
Things were said that can never be.
No, I don't think. I don't think
We
like
called the
that.
Swedes cowards.
I think there was like a lot of pauses and like a lot of like fumbling. It just wasn't a good
Okay.
thing.
I got bad news for both of you guys.
Okay.
We've been recording for over an hour now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a home burglary every 13 seconds, so chances are both of your homes have been broken into. Most happen in broad daylight.
Not
blah,
my
blah,
house.
Blah. Not at your house. Why, Q? Because you've got the ring of security, kid, I bet.
Fuck
Am I
I've
right?
got a security system
Oh,
up the wazoo.
shit, son.
One of my cats just farted, and my phone just alerted me
It
to it.
let you know?
Yeah.
Because if do you think other people? You know, you're a major celebrity, Q.
Probably
So-
the biggest one I've ever met.
Right. So people are constantly trying to break into your compound, scaling fences, that sort of thing. So you need the ring. The average guy, does he need the ring?
Yes. Because the average guy, I'm sure, is dealing with bill collectors and process servers and, all this common scum.
Like but at
Yeah.
the same time, when the welfare check gets delivered, they'll know, right? Is what you're saying. Okay. Because if you go to ring.com TESD, you're going to get, what are you going to get? Up to $150 off a Ring of Security kit. This thing is pretty cool. I'm not even kidding.
I
around.
have it. I use it. It's awesome.
Right. You could be across the country and it's going to alert you if somebody's like at your door,
Yeah.
and you can be like, oh, I'm in the bathroom, or I'm indisposed.
Ferris Bueller never would have gotten caught if he had this. Remember, he had that tape playing it over again.
Right, with
Principal
the fake
Rooney.
mannequin.
Right.
Right. If
Heard
this
the-
technology was available then, Ferris Bueller would have never.
No
Yeah, but
problems.
Principal
He would have
Rooney-
never faced.
Principal Rooney still would have got caught.
Well, for
Yeah.
no problems.
Yeah. If the ring was available then, he would have gotten caught sooner. Taking pictures and shit. What's up with that? How do you work with that guy afterwards?
He did Deadwood after that.
Yeah. And you don't hate him. Like I watch him and I'm like, he's awesome.
I know. His character,
Right?
I watched that one.
That was great.
Yeah.
The ambulators.
Yeah, like okay, so we do Tell Him Steve Dave, and it comes out like wasn't he taking pictures of naked young boys and shit?
He had a collection of photos, art photos. They said of naked
artsy
young
type
boys.
stuff.
It wasn't like kids diddling each other. Or anything
Oh,
like that.
okay.
It was like
Tasteful nudes
Tasteful
nudes of underage
of
boys.
underage boys. So there you go. Make that with of you will.
Right. Ring. I wish you were invented a little sooner. Jeffrey Jones.
I'm sure those little kids
busted.
are proud to hear that they were tasteful photos.
Yeah, I know, right?
So weird.
So yeah, ring.com/TESD, and it actually is pretty cool.
It is.
I
It's a good
think,
product.
anyway.
And it's like well made too. It's like a sturdy
Oh yeah,
product.
there you go. All right, now
We're not
fucking
gonna shit
Jesus
on it.
Christ, we're not even done. This is fucking crazy. This is long.
Blue
too.
Apron Q. I saw that you signed up for it.
I did sign up for Blue Apron.
Did you get your first box of wonderful,
Wonderful,
delicious Blue Apron food?
Yes,
did
I
you
did.
What was it? What was the meal inside the box?
It was a potato nochi vegetable medley thing.
Did you say that right?
Nochi?
No cheese, is that right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't think you're saying no cheese. I think you're saying nochi.
Yeah, nochi. Who are you making fun of?
That's an Italian.
I can't tell who you're making fun of there.
He's such a word snob.
Yeah, I know. That's all he's got. Let him have it.
But that's an Italian word. So,
Yeah,
so,
nochi.
yeah.
And yeah, it was good.
It was fucking great.
Why didn't you do something on social media wise with it? Why didn't you go online and say I'm cooking the no cheese?
Yeah, why don't you periscope yourself cooking the nochi? Hey, here I am, Colonel Q. I'm cooking the nochi, huh? Look at me go.
That's what they want. They'd rather have that. Blue Apron.
That's what
rather
Mike
have that.
Zapsik's doing.
All right.
He's periscoping for 45 straight minutes, fucking making this bullshit. They love it. They can't get
if
enough
Blue
of it.
Apron wants me to do a Periscope thing, then they can call me. I'll do it.
Can I come up and we'll cook something together, me and you?
Yeah.
All right. And
But,
we'll be.
I mean, come on, we're not doing it for a fucking $1,000 split 60-40 split.
What?
27 different people.
Yeah, we're not doing it for that for fucking $10. Like, forget that.
Come on, Blue Apron. You're gonna have to pony up if you
Rather
want
just pay for the fucking nochi.
I love this about Blue Apron, though. This really
We could
gets-
broadcast it through Ring, I bet. Right?
We're gonna cook it on my front porch.
We're gonna cross promote. Yeah, we'll barbecue.
Q, I know you're going to love these points that Blue Apron wants to get out to the public.
Go ahead. I'm gonna love them.
Seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. Beef is raised humanely.
Monterey Bay.
Chickens run, free range, which I assume means they run around on a range.
I've actually
on a
heard that's a
home on the
scam.
range.
I don't know if they're running that scam, but
Pork is raised naturally rather than unnaturally. Regenerative farming practices are used for produce.
okay.
You
You're
gotta
right.
love
How
those.
do you
gotta
raise a
love that.
pork unnaturally? Like in a cage or something? Like you just put them in like a pen and that's unnatural? Are they free range swine?
We should find out.
Does that
But you gotta love those things about. You gotta love a company that cares
They're
about
trying.
the animal kingdom too.
Yeah. Before they slaughter them.
let me tell you this, Q.
Okay.
Because you're a lonely man. Cooking together builds together builds strong family bonds. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often.
Yeah.
So as you're ordering your takeout
Yeah.
alone, yet again,
90% of it is Crown Palace Chinese food on Staten Island.
right?
Yeah.
But I like that you're getting into this nochi stuff because now you're more likely to attract a mate, maybe have
Yeah.
a kid.
Can I?
Just
Well, let me tell you why. Because
Building family
anybody
bonds?
will tell you this: going to the supermarket is a fucking nightmare.
What are you
Like,
talking about? That's a Friday night for me.
yeah, that's life in the fast lane.
That's tomorrow night. What are you talking about? I'm looking forward to it.
the drive, the fucking
That's the best
parking
part.
lot, the parking lot,
Yeah.
the humanity, the people there.
I soak up the humanity.
Oh my God! What if they
drink it
just
in?
grab the last nochi and you reach for it at the same time? Suddenly, that now the two of you are fighting over nochi.
Right, they're ramming you with that cart that
right.
fucking people drive
Yeah.
on.
God forbid you go in the 12 items, the last line with 13 items. Now you're getting screamed at and put down like you're an asshole. Like,
Well,
who
you
needs
are.
that? Right.
Really, that extra one, that extra item, you're just like,
Believe me, yeah.
You're looking for
I'm like,
that?
sorry, Q. You hear me yell at you? Hey, Colonel.
yeah, Colonel or not.
Take it over to fucking aisle 4. This is an express.
Yeah,
Cocksucker.
I gotta get home. It's almost 7:30.
Or like you use one of those robot checkout things where you got to scan things 50 times, or you want to buy.
Are you intimidated by
God
that?
forbid you want to buy some fucking bananas. Suddenly you got to know the banana code, and if you don't, you got to go into the sub menus to look it up. Like what the fuck?
You don't-
I could just go on Blue Apron and tell them to bring it to me at my time that I tell them to be there, and I don't even have to open the door.
The
I
Colonel
go, just
does
leave it.
demand it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just leave it. I don't even want to see the person
The
delivering.
order is coming from on high. The Colonel wants nochi.
You know what you got to look forward to in August, Q?
What's that?
Spiced pork burgers with goat cheese and cucumber corn salad.
Oh my god!
I love it.
Summer vegetable. You might like this. I mean, quinoa. Quinoa?
Quinoa.
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 Bowl with
Quinoa.
fairy tale eggplants,
Ferry tail?
shishito peppers and corn. Is that how you say that?
Shishito.
Shishito?
Shishito. Peppers and corn.
What the fuck did we all drink this week? This is by far the worst we've ever been.
Chicken tinga tacos. With
It's like half the shit. You're like, what is this?
summer squash and tomato salsa.
It's good though. That's really all that matters,
good.
right? You
And
might
they
not know what
bring
it
it
is
to
you're
you.
eating, but
Well, it's
It's
you know
good.
what it is.
And they give you the recipes for it, Walt.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you're not sitting there where you're like a fucking get 'em's dinner mate with your head up your ass trying to figure out.
yeah,
how
that's
to-
settling big time.
Yeah.
You're just like night after night, just looking across the table at this
him.
fucking idiot.
Good morning. You think he complains about Walt over dinner?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
You know what he said today? You know what he threw away today?
Check out this week's menu. Get your first 3 meals free with free shipping. Free shipping by going to blueapron.com/TESD.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
It's true.
They've got to hook up with Touch of Modern. Their slogan is better.
Way
Blue
better
Apron.
than Touch of Modern.
Yeah, Touch of Modern is too long. You got to work on that, you guys. I guess that's it, right?
That's it.
Nice.
I don't think I ever said tell him, Steve.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah, just say it and I'll put it at the end of something.
Tell him, Steve Dave. I want to stop doing that anyway.
You gonna stop it?
Yeah, I think,
No,
yes,
we
let's
can't
stop
do that.
doing that. We don't need it no more.
Until people know
we were
we're
still
moving
recording?
away from Tell Him Steve Dave. Okay.
I want to come up with let's come up with something different.
Yeah?
Yeah. And let's just change it to TSD. After
TSD.
300 episodes, maybe it's time for facelift.
We need to rebrand.
Yeah.
All right.
You like that better?
We
TSD?
should have like a fucking guitar, like some new opening,
So,
like badass.
oh no, never a new opening.
Like, what are you talking about? We're
Yes,
doing a
let's fire
facelift.
Jay Sarge.
Okay, sorry.
Let's get rid of
Jason.
Declan.
Let's get that. That's all I have.
I hope these courses keep me afloat.
No, I don't want to change that. I'm just saying, but like, I don't know.
Tired of saying it?
Let's
Why?
just come. I don't know. Maybe we'll take let's do a little ad, or not an ad, but like a contest for a new ending phrase.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, and there's going to be a prize.
Yeah.
The prize is going to be if your ending is picked, we'll give you shit. I forget what model is. I'm pretty sure it's that. Remember that recorder that Zoom gave us
Yeah.
to give away? It's a Zoom recorder, the H4.
H4, yes.
Yeah, it's that one. Let me look it up while we're talking about.
That's fucking fancy pants, man.
That's a pretty sweet
Yeah.
fucking
I was
prize,
just going
right?
to give him a patch, but
Did I say recorder? I mean, we got to give it away because
There's a Doors Locked I Am Clocked Out patch now, too?
yeah.
When did that come?
I did-
Retires
I
a whoa,
stumbled
whoa,
across
whoa,
that
it's
too.
okay patch because I don't have any more, and I went with a new phrase on the new patch.
Wow.
And I've really been stringent with those.
You haven't even announced it on air yet.
Yeah, I don't want to give them away.
so where
Until
the
Blue Juice gets 10,000 likes.
Oh, that is a good patch. Doors Locked.
as soon as they get 10,000 likes, what's going to happen?
When the Blue Juice on Facebook, Blue Juice Comics gets 10,000 likes,
Right.
I will start to hand out, more willy nilly the door is locked and I am clocked out patch.
So only 9,000 more likes is what we're looking at. for,
That's not a lot.
for patches
us, that's
for
nothing.
patches that most people will never get because they don't walk in. So wait, okay. So they how are we going to do this? What do they do? They're going to email their idea in.
They can email their ID into creakycares@gmail.com.
Oh, I'm back in. I see.
That didn't take too long.
And Creaky will be looking over the new ending phrase, and he will give me like a list of the top 10.
Okay, and then we'll decide on air who's going to win. It's okay. So it's the H4n recorder. They wanted us to record on it, like do a podcast on it.
Aren't we
Oh, you
recording?
did?
Yeah, well, this one could be.
Well, no, I mean they know this one isn't.
Oh.
Because, but like you have to, because it has like that built-in thing up top, and
I recorded
and
my daughter.
there's only two. That wasn't the fucking H4n. That was that was like basically like a little voice recorder type thing.
was
That
from
thing's
Zoom,
like $80. Yeah, it was from Zoom, but it's not this.
That thing's awesome. The little thing that goes in your iPhone.
No, he lost like 9 of them already. This is another one that they sent us. It's just like a little recorder with like built-in mics
That's
and
awesome,
stuff.
right, though?
Yeah,
They
it worked.
do-
It
their
worked really
products
well.
are amazing.
Yeah, they are. No shit. Like I would recommend Zoom if anybody's gonna.
So creakycares@gmail. Send if the outcry to not change it, if it deafens
Right.
Uh,
maybe we'll keep it though.
Yeah, I don't think we should change it.
Oh, you really don't think so?
No. Why would I? Don't get why we would.
Right.
Just to keep it fresh.
Contest is off. Sorry, guys.
You want to keep it fresh?
But how does that make the show fresh?
Because people will tune in, like, I want to hear what the new phrase is at the end,
Okay.
right? I'm tired of hearing that.
So wait,
Say,
we're
"Tell
going
him,
to
Steve
change it every single week then?
Dave." No, but when that initial one, we'll re-announce it though. That'll be one of the most downloaded podcasts
In history.
in history of podding.
All right.
We're going to blow out the fucking iTunes server.
All right, we can give it out. You know what? No, fuck it then. Tell him, Steve Dave. Fuck
All right,
it.
sorry.
Fuck it. He angrily says.
Contest is over like that.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.